Now, what's WrenchWay School Weeks all about? If you've kind of read a description of it, it really is about celebrating educators that are out there and really shining a light on educators from the standpoint of you're the thing that can help us fix this technician shortage. And it doesn't happen overnight and it's not easy to do. But in order for us to build really good, strong programs, we need really good, strong educators. And we need those educators putting out the students that the industry so desires. And in order to do that, we need industry to support the schools. And so that's really what this week is all about. So over the course of the next few days, we're going to take some time to do just that. And we've done it with different bite-sized pieces of kind of information and content over the next few days. Starting with today, we've got basically 2 hours of talking about different things, schools. We're going to kick things off with my business partner, the co-founder and CEO of WrenchWay, Mark Wilson, where he's going to talk about our new launch of Top Schools and how that's going to help really schools be able to explain who they are, maybe tell their story in a little bit more detail. We're also going to talk about the School Connect piece of WrenchWay and how we've helped schools out there. And then we're going to talk to actual shops and understand how they worked with schools and what they've done to have success there. So just a quick overview of the agenda. We'll have, again, 2 hours starting right now today where we're talking about this. Tomorrow, Wednesday, February 23rd, 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to do a student roundtable on the path to becoming a technician. Really, really cool roundtable. I think all of you will love it. And then at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, we will have a Top Shop interview with Sun Motor Cars talking about how they work with schools. On Thursday, February 24th, we'll have an instructor roundtable at 4 p.m. Eastern with basically a great roundtable of instructors talking about everything that goes into their job, some of the struggles, some of the successes and highlights with industry as well. So, and then I guess the icing on the cake is at 5 o'clock Eastern Time on Thursday, where we do another interview with Ron Marhofer Auto Family to talk about their relationships with schools. So a lot of things going on, and we just wanted to thank everybody for joining us today. Should be well attended. Please feel free to ask questions. If you want to talk with other attendees, use the chat box. All of the sessions are being recorded, as you can see here, so we'll be able to send them to all registrants after the fact. And then if you do have a question for the presenters, please use the Q&A so that it doesn't get stuck in all the columns and in the questions in the chat that we might miss. So with that being said, I am going to welcome in my business partner, Mark Wilson. Mark, how are you this morning?
I'm great. How are you, Jay? We were planning on being in person for this, but decided to get an ice storm, so we're back to working from home. But I guess the last 2 years taught us anything. We know how to work from home, make it work.
We do, yeah. If in Wisconsin we had a heck of an ice storm last night, and apparently it was 100 years to the date of another really historic ice storm in Wisconsin. So hopefully it's nicer wherever our listeners are at than what it is currently in Wisconsin.
Right.
All right, so
exactly.
Mark,
if want you me to move forward on this?
Yeah, if you would, and if I'm going to hand it over to you to kind of show everybody what we've got going on right
now. Oh, okay. Sorry, I got a little behind there. So I'm actually going to get out of the slides here and show some actual product. As Jay mentioned today, a big part of what we want to do is unveil our Top Schools program. But actually, before we do that, I want to give kind of an overview of our School Connect solution. So I know a lot of people listening are either on the industry side, so a shop, a dealership, or on the school side. So we're going to focus on some of the solutions that we have in place to help schools, to give them resources. This is for both high schools and post-secondary. The easiest way is for me to just share my screen here. So completely free solution called School Connect. We launched this about a year ago, actually, sometime in February of 2021. It's free for all high schools, for post-secondary. Shops can sign up to this part of it for free as well. Really what we tried initially and continue to succeed with School Connect is connecting schools with industry. So we heard from a lot of teachers, instructors that, they just didn't have time to connect with every local shop or dealership in their area. There are a lot of things that they would love to get help with, but it's just life happens and you get so busy. So we wanted to create a platform where they could ask for help in certain areas. One place, just put it out there. Hey, I need some extra old tools if you guys have any to donate, or we would love to have a speaker come into our classroom, or does anyone have a shop that I could bring my kids to and tour it and give them a feel for what it's like to work there. So we created a free place for them to log in. I pulled up locally here, one of our schools, Madison Memorial, so they have a little About Us section in here. But what I wanted to remind, hopefully a lot of people are already on School Connect. If you're not, this part will be 2 minutes. The schools can post things that they're looking for. So training certificate program, this one's looking for some internships. Advisory committees is a very common one. So shops and other industry people can scroll through, find anything that might be in their area, might be of interest to them. And if they are interested, like let's say I want to be an advisory committee member for this one, I can click on that. I can see more about it. And then if I'm a shop and I'm interested, I would just fill out this bottom part, and then I get my messages sent right to the instructor, and you guys can have a conversation from there. So real simple process. Again, this is nothing new. I just wanted to spend a few minutes. You can sort and filter and do whatever you need to there. If you're a school looking to post something, you just hit the plus button and you can fill out the information of what you're looking for, add some images if you'd like. But we have had great success with that over the last year, and we would like to see more of those get posted. Both sides, shops can post things that they have available too. We've had cars donated, just their time, internship opportunities. So kind of both sides can post what they have available or what they're looking for. So if you're listening to this and you're a school, again, high school, post-secondary, and you're not part of School Connect, definitely get signed up. We'll send you the link. It's on our website. Just go to WrenchWay, click School Connect. It's completely free. So that's kind of the first thing I wanted to mention. The next one is we have a solution that's publicly viewable called Shop Talk. So we post a ton of videos from our clients, so mostly shops and dealerships. We post our own videos. These are meant to be resources. You can point your students there if they want to see what it's like working in the industry. Let me just go over to that appropriate screen. So if I'm on WrenchWay, I can find Shop Talk. So I can scroll through here and there's just a ton of different videos that get posted. I can sort by these different categories. So let's say your students want to know about, they just want to see a bunch of shop tour videos. You can click that and filter it. Maybe they want to see something about mentoring programs. There's a category for that. You can filter by your area. Great resources to send your students to give a good idea of what it's like working in the industry. But one of the main reasons I'm mentioning that now is we added a new category called School Zone. Previously, only shops and dealerships were able to post on here. But now, today, we're adding the ability for any school can post. So we want to see what you guys are up to. Brag about your program. Show off what you're showing the kids. There's a comment, a like section. We want to see what's going on, and it builds excitement for your kids. I mean, just like if they're in sports or whatever, if it's a high school program, it's cool to see how the local team is doing. When you're in this industry, I want to see what the local schools are up to. And you remember those days when you were in school and the excitement and just learning. Those are great things to build momentum for your program, to keep the kids excited. If they want to be on the video, if you record it, they can see themselves on there, or it can be just you as the instructor talking about what your program, what you did this past semester or this past week or month or whatever it is. These do not, you can see on here, these ones, the first few that are shown are filmed, it looks like with an iPhone or just any smartphone. You do not need a professional person to record these. Just use your smartphone or a laptop like we're doing here and record something on Zoom. But get that information out there. We want to see it. Local industry people want to see it. They would love to come to your school and visit with the students all the time, but they're busy too. It's not practical for them to always take off work. So the more we can share with what's going on, what challenges you're facing, what excitement you have, the more buzz we can build. Our whole goal at WrenchWay is to promote the industry, to help with the technician shortage. So anything, whether it's shops posting about how awesome of a career it is and how fulfilling it is, whether it's us posting spotlights about technicians, or now you posting videos about your program, we would love to see you guys add in videos in that. So to do that, let me go back to your free account on here again. Once you're signed up with School Connect, all you have to do over here on the right-hand side, there's a place called Shop Talk. All you have to do is upload your video. Again, don't overthink it. Don't try to make it perfect. Don't, edit it for 2 months or something like that. Literally just do a quick video. We go for real, authentic videos. So post that in here. One thing really key though, you have to pick a category. So the schools, there's only currently one category called School Zone. Pick that, and that's what enables it to actually show up. So once you load your, my speaker here. Once you post that, those will show up automatically in the solution. All right, so let me X out of here. Now, other kind of announcement, we'll be posting more on social with this, but we are giving away $500 to a local school this week. So this is something we didn't announce ahead of time. We kind of wanted to keep it just for people who actually attended, but now we're going to be posting it. But the way it works is any school, high school, post-secondary, whatever it is, go into your school account, post the Shop Talk video. We'll be monitoring those. We'll be checking out publicly which ones show up in this category, School Zone. We'll be promoting them. But anyone who posts a video, we're just going to do a drawing at the end of the week. It's not the best video or anything like that. We just want to get people, tell us what you're working on and what your students are currently doing right now or this semester. We're going to do a drawing, $500. It could be, you can choose. We'll give you a gift card to, one of the tool companies or anything else program related. It's not just going to go into your pockets or anything like that, unfortunately. But I think any program could use a $500 voucher or gift card, but you get to choose what it's for. All we ask is during this week, during Schools Week, we want to build some buzz, and I want to hear from you guys of what you're working on. So get those videos posted. Again, do not overthink it. Just even if it's just you talking into the camera, describe your program, who you are, what types of things your school is working on. We want to see that, and we want to show that to the world. All right. So moving on. Now we're going to move on to kind of the bigger announcement we have today, which we've kind of teased with a lot of our marketing stuff throughout the last probably couple months. But top schools. So just like a lot of you on this probably are very familiar with, if you go to WrenchWay, we have something called Top Shops. You can scroll through, you can find your area. I'm in Madison, Wisconsin, so I'm going to type that in here in 25-mile radius. So I can see there's a bunch of different Top Shops in here, and I can click on one of them, and I can see everything I would want to know about working as a technician there. That concept has been proven really popular. Technicians love it. They love seeing what it's like. Everyone's hiring, so they can't go in and interview every place. But we wanted to build something similar for school. So that's exactly what we did. Now this one though, I'm going to go into it, what it is in a second, and show the public facing side. But this is for post-secondary schools only. We decided, at least for now, to do that. It's meant to be a resource for if you're a high school student or someone maybe going back to school and you're deciding what school you want to go to. We wanted one central place for all the top schools to have their information listed. You've all seen some colleges, some tech schools have great websites, some not so great. some it's hard to find the information. We wanted a good experience for that student, that future student of yours, hopefully, to be able to just see in one place all the awesome schools across the country. So that's really the concept of what we're doing. If I go back to my Madison Memorial page, you can see I don't have School Connect in there. But now you can see I'm logged in as Madison College, their diesel program. So there's a whole new section they'll see in there called Top Schools. Again, the reason for the difference, this is a high school. They have just the School Connect stuff, which is still awesome resources. This is a tech school that we've set up, or excuse me, a post-secondary. So they'll have access to the Top School stuff. So that's point number one. For now, at least, it's just for post-secondary schools. Maybe it'll be that way forever, but that's how we chose to do it to start with. Point number two, you'll notice the name they put on Madison College Diesel Technology Program. So they have a couple diesel programs. They have a couple auto programs as well. They're similar, but yet different enough that we made two different pages, one for diesel, one for auto. If your school is the same, I probably would recommend doing that. This is all completely free, but those are pretty different. So when you get into the photos, the program overview, things like that, it just makes sense to have two different pages for those. All right, so I will show a little more of the back end in a second, but I think the more exciting part, and I apologize for all the bouncing around here. So just to be clear, now if you go to WrenchWay, you'll see Top Shops like you always have. You'll see Shop Talk, which we launched a couple months ago, but we have this new tab called Top Schools. So I'm going to click that. We're just unveiling it today, so there's literally only one of them out there right now. We have others in pending, but we worked locally with Tom Wozniak is the main contact of ours, great guy. He helped us kind of be the guinea pig to get their program out here to show off their school. So in the next couple days, next week, certainly the next month, you'll see a lot more schools populated on here. But for today's presentation, there's just the one that we're showing. So once that's done though, again, the thought is I'm a student, I'm in high school, I'm going back to school, whatever. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, or wherever it is, and I want to stay around that area. I can type in my city, my zip code, maybe do a 50-mile radius, and I'll see all the schools in the area. That's what we're going for. But for now, I'm going to click on Madison. All right, so now we have this great page set up for the diesel program in here. I'm going to give you a quick tour of what's included, and hopefully you guys see this as useful if you can remember, if you remember what it's like to be that prospective student. So the first thing, I have kind of the general logo, the address, a link right to their website. What we're trying to do is drive applications, drive people to apply, be that next generation of technician. So apply today is the big blue button that we're ultimately shooting for here. And then on the left, there's kind of a general get in touch form. Maybe you have questions about the program, you're not ready to apply. You want to know some other information. There's a short form there. It'll go right to the appropriate person at Madison College. Now, the parts that get a little more fun, interesting, show off what it's like. There's an About Us section at the top. So Tom and his group filled this out, a little overview about their program. That part is important, but also can move on pretty quickly for that because that's kind of standard stuff. But then we want, just like on our Top Shops pages, the visual photos are so important. You can describe your program all day long, but I want to see photos of the lab area you have, photos of some of the equipment. They can add caption in there. So if I scroll through, I'm going to see these guys, some of the areas that they have set up for students. Show the kids working on the equipment. Whatever you want to show off on here, you can add captions on the back as well. So you can add photos in there. That is a great resource, a great thing to show off, really. But then the next part, what we call under the hood. So those of you familiar with Top Shops will see the layout of this is very similar. It's not a direct copy or anything because a school and a shop is different, obviously. But we wanted that kind of consistent feel, show videos, show photos, show details under the hood. So we have the same thing on Top Shops, but now with Top Schools. It's just different questions that we're showing off under the hood. So every school that wants to be part of this, again, it's free, but they do have to answer some questions. So I'm not going to go through all of them today. You can see one of them, the program overview. Obviously, that's going to be more than a sentence. So they put in a few paragraphs here. They did a great job of describing it. And then there's some more detailed questions. You can link out to wherever you want it to go. So this question is about financial assistance or scholarships. I'm guessing you have a place you want to link them to for that. So that's why they have that in there. So anyway, you can scroll through. If I'm a student, I can compare Madison College to somewhere else that I'm considering, and both sides are asking the same questions, and I just have a better way of being informed of where I want to end up, or at least where I want to go to, or maybe. All right, so that was the first section, program overview. The next one is called lab environment. So this talks about the schools. You have the different learning in the classroom versus instructor time and actually showing in the shop how things are done. So there's just a different set of questions for that you answer, and you kind of sell your program to those prospective students. So that one. And then timeline. This really is meant to be, you know, in this case, they have two different DSO programs, and they link on their site. They have a nice, like, a list of the classes. Semester 1 is this, semester 2 is that. So they've chosen to link that out to their page, which is totally fine. Or you could put that in here if you wanted to make one section. So for this program, semester 1 is this, semester 2 is that, semester 3, semester 4 if it's a 2-year program. Again, we'll help you fill all this out, but the point of this section is to give that prospective student an idea of, okay, I know it's a 2-year program, but what do those 2 years look like? What I think is probably one of the most important ones is faculty. So I want to know who I'm going to be learning from. So these guys put in a brief bio. Again, you don't have to write a novel, but a couple paragraphs of the different instructors they have in the program. So you can see these guys have awesome experience. A lot of them worked in the industry. They got photos in here to get kind of a feel for who they are. So pretty easy stuff to fill out, but yet very important. If I'm a prospective student or even a parent of a student, I kind of want to know more details about the program. And then the last area of under the hood is called featured employers. So for this section, we link it out. If you are partnered, so these guys, a local company here, or a location in Truck Country, it's all across the Midwest, but one of their locations is in Madison. They happen to be a Top Shop, so I can click in to see that shop's page and what it's like to work there. But it's giving me as a student, once people graduate, where do they end up? What employers help out during the program? So maybe which ones come in and are guest speakers or just help the program during your time there. So the Top Shops are listed up front, but if you're also another company that's not yet part of our WrenchWay Top Shop program, or maybe you don't want to be, hopefully they choose to do that, but those still, we want to list any partner you have, we'll list it on here. And we just got this set up for this demo. Even if you're not a Top Shop, you can have your logo and things like that in here too. The Top Shops are just going to be listed first, but everyone can be listed on there. All right, and then the last section, again, I think this is probably the most important way to sell your program is the videos. So Tom loaded a couple videos on here. This isn't something you load 1 or 2 when you first get it set up and then you never think about it again. We want to see more videos, just like that whole speech I gave 10, 15 minutes ago about getting schools to post videos on Shop Talk. Have those same videos posted on your own page, and don't just do one video now and then never again. Throughout the semester, take videos, show the kids having fun, show what they're working on, show the instructors in action, kind of showing them what's going on. If you have cool equipment that maybe other schools in your area don't, show that off. The video works so great for that. So it does give you a place to add video in there. And then the last part, so that's kind of it for the publicly facing stuff. On the back end, I just want to give a quick glimpse of kind of how easy this is. So if I'm Madison College, the back end is a very similar view that you guys just saw. It just has edit buttons. So if I wanted to edit the about us, maybe add a sentence or whatever, I can go in and do that. If I want to add videos, I do that over here on the right, or the photos I have, I want to add them, or I want to change the order of them, I drag and drop. Again, super easy, nothing really to this. We tested it with Tom. We didn't even have me or anyone on our team showing them what to do. We just showed them the program, and then we have some guides that have videos and stuff how to do it. Because we were testing, can anyone do this even without instruction from us? We're more than happy to help you as the instructor or whoever you are in the program to set your page up. But we wanted to make it very intuitive, easy to do. And I think Tom could attest that he was able to do it with no problem at all. And he did a great job. I think their page looks awesome. I know if I was a high schooler, it would excite me in going to that program. There will be other things coming with this on the back end that you don't see publicly. So tools to help promote your program. Once you add videos, we want to get you, your instructors, your students sharing that on social. So we have nice tools that work great in our top shops program. Use those in our top schools program. If your current students, they might have a little brother or sister at home. They probably have friends that were a year or two behind them in school. If you can get them showing these videos, posting it on their Snap story or a TikTok, or if they, on Instagram, whatever it is, that's a great way. One, it shows their pride in where they're going to school, but two, that's the best recruiting. Every school we talk to is struggling to get enrollment. That's the best thing you can do, is get your current students to share what they're working on. So those videos you're making, not only do we want them on your page, we'll make tools, or we'll give you access to tools that make it easy, fun, and rewarding for your students to share those. We have little contests, each month. We'll do a giveaway for a tool gift card or something like that for anyone who shares it. Those are tools that you'll have access to, again, completely for free. But the whole reason we built this program is to give a central place for any prospective student to see the top post-secondary programs across the country, number one. And then number two, to let those schools help promote and recruit and find those next students. So we want to give tools to drive people to your page, not just have your page. Very similar concepts that we had with top schools that we see success with. So we took those same ideas and concepts and proven methods and built them into top schools. All right, Jay, I don't know if you're still around.
I am just lurking in the background here. No, we're beyond excited about this launch, because I think it does really allow for tech schools to be able to show off their programs in a way that oftentimes they're not able to through a website. And again, we're trying to help all of you programs that are out there have full enrollment all the time, right? And making sure that the industry really understands what the program is, that the students understand what the program is. And I think everything we've done in laying out these pages really helps you tell your story. And really a lot of the same stuff that we preach on the top shop side applies to the top schools. And really for the strength of program, I think being able to lay all of this out in a story like that is really, really helpful. We've had a lot of really good feedback from those initial programs that we've been working with on it.
Yeah, well said. And is there anything, I kind of whipped through that pretty fairly quickly, but is there anything you taught that I missed? Or I know you worked with Tom in getting the page set up. Any feedback from him on the intuitiveness, or was it hard? We don't want to add extra work to instructors, but yeah, maybe comments on that a little bit.
Yeah, in working with Tom, I was very hands off, to be frank. I didn't, almost intentionally, right? We wanted to see how it would look when an instructor goes out, from everything from just logging into the portal or into the program in general, to going through, filling out the page, getting the things done. and really good feedback from Tom and from the entire staff up at MATC. Really, a special shout out to those guys. It's a program that is near and dear to my heart, and to have them be the first one that we're launching with this is really big. So all in all, it's been a really seamless launch, and something that is really, I think, going to be a huge impact type of item for a lot of tech schools throughout the country.
Yeah, we're excited about it. And of course, it's a version 1. Well, just like with Top Schools or Top Shops, we're always adding new features and functionality. We'll be doing the same thing for schools. We'll be looking for feedback, so anyone who tries it out, definitely let us know. Sarah posted in here in the chat a link. You can just go to WrenchWay's website. If you are a post-secondary school, you want to get signed up, it's completely free. There's a form on there, so I would recommend you do that. But then even high schools, we still want you guys to sign up for School Connect and use those resources. Get your projects posted, get shops they can help you out in your local area. But then now that we have that school zone video area, again, as a reminder, we're giving away $500 this week. If you're a school, high school, post-secondary, doesn't matter, log into your School Connect account, post a video. If you don't have any already recorded, that's great. Record one, it'll take 5 minutes. Just let us know what you're working on this week or the next project in your program, or even just give a brief overview of your program, how many students you have, what things maybe you struggle with or need help on, or things you want to promote. So that is something we're going to be highlighting a lot this coming week, is that we're giving away that $500. And then we also have a giveaway for people attending today, which Jay, it looks like Sarah posted that, but I don't know if you want to announce that one for some gift cards we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to get things kicked off today, we wanted to give away a couple prizes. So we're going to be giving away 2 $100 Amazon gift cards to a couple of you that have been in attendance so far today. The first goes to Carly Cooper. Congratulations, Carly. You win a $100 Amazon gift card. And the second goes to Mark McLean. So thanks to all of you for attending this initial session of Schools Week. Thank you to, and congratulations to Carly and Mark for winning the $100 Amazon gift cards. We appreciate the support from all of you, and hope this is a really, really good week. Getting things kicked off with the announcement of Top Schools, I think, is a really, really good way to start the week. And, one thing just to add on to what Mark was saying, when it comes to School Connect, something that we've learned over the course of time that's been live is make sure that as schools, the high schools and tech schools, that you're growing relationships and partnerships together. One of the things that we've seen is that when the schools work together, not only is there a stronger tech school program, but sometimes there's that high school out there that's looking for a training aid that they can't get, and the college has one that they haven't been using. And we've been able to kind of put some of those pieces together as well. And really, what it does is just build better programs on both sides. So I'd encourage you to really be getting in the know of who that opposite program is. So if you're on the high school end, make sure you understand who the people are, who the key players are at the tech school, and vice versa. It really, really helps everybody out when you do that. And if you need help with that initial introduction, one, there's School Connect where you can easily reach out to them. But then two, that's what we're here for too. We want to help you build connections there. And if there's anything we can do to help kind of be the conduit to those relationships, we're all for it. So, Mark, I don't know if you had anything else on kind of the opening piece here, but I'll let you have kind of the last word there.
Yeah, no, just thanks for everyone for attending. Check out the changes we've made to School Connect. Certainly if you're post-secondary, get signed up for Top Schools. I think that's going to be a great resource. Let us know feedback, but I'd say most importantly this week, get a video posted. That is what we have seen the best success with on the industry side, is if we can get people comfortable on video. These don't have to be movie quality or anything like that, but we're trying to build buzz in the industry. We want more kids to sign up for your programs. We want more technicians in the industry. We have found video the best tool for that. Show off the stuff you're working on. Be real about it. So that's why we made that little contest here. If we could get, I know not every one of you will do it, but hopefully a good majority, just post one video out there and show us what you're working on. And let's get those conversations going. So hopefully you guys do that, and then we'd love to give someone $500. So what better motivation than that?
I love that. Love being able to give away $500 to a deserving school and some folks that are putting in the effort to drive that industry buzz.